Hello to whoever is watching. I have been fasting for years, and so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the fast that I've been doing the last 2 days. Call it the coconut, shrimp, taco, and ice cream fast. It's kind of a dirty one that I've been doing. I haven't dirty fasted like this in years since I started fasting. When I was younger, I would do like a 1 meal a day when I was younger. I would usually eat a steak and like a Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Just horrible, it just felt horrible. But anyway, I was trying to do a 24-hour fast 2 days ago, and I was doing great, was getting through it, everything was great. And then my sister made this horrible ice cream. She was trying to make a protein ice cream, and it came out horrible. And she said it was terrible, she had to throw it away. So I had to taste it just to see like how terrible it was, and it was really awful. It was the worst ice cream I've ever had. So at that point in time, she had also made these coconut shrimp. So I had some coconut shrimp, like just a handful of that, and I went to bed, and I rested so well. Resilience. I rested so well. My HRV was skyrocketed up. Could have been that I was really well hydrated. Don't really know. Could have been the coconut shrimp. Don't really know. Definitely wasn't that ice cream. But that was kind of like a dirtier fast. So I felt great though waking up the next morning. And I'm training in here too, so when you're weight training, you're actually breaking down sugars that are stored in the body, and so your cells can kind of feed themselves. It's beautiful. We call this process autophagy, so this is like cellular eating. It's basically like turning on the immune function and allowing the body to clean itself, right? I'm not eating, so I'm not worried about turning on my digestion. My cells are worried about maintenance and anything that needs to be repaired in the area. So I want to be repaired, and so that when I am ready to eat and ready to break down and everything, my body's a little bit more stronger. If you're aging too, we know that we have cells that are dead. Like I always talk about a plant. I'm looking at a plant right now. It has some brown leaves on the side. This is equivalent to our bodies, and essentially if you have your hormones off or you're not having a good time with your health, you essentially have cells, damaged, dead cells that are probably not doing the work that they could and should be doing for you, the work that they actually want to do for you. We just don't know how to communicate with those cells that aren't able to function as well. So fasting is a way to go in and clear out any damaged cells that aren't working. And we want to do this because if they're not working, they're not contributing to the health of the organism. We want to have very strong leaves, strong foundations, strong branches to support the core of the organism. Each cell is contributing to like trillions of cells in the entire body. Like the brain has millions of cells, and they all have tiny little mitochondria. They're bucked up with mitochondria. So if you're not feeding those little mitochondria, we have a lot of metabolic disease, so a lot of mental health, a lot of metabolic disease. And when we fast, when we go through that process of autophagy, we're actually stimulating the GLP-1 pathways. So these are the whole marketing of the new medications that are coming to rise are targeting these pathways that are actually stimulated through fasting and stimulated through a higher protein diet, right? Higher protein, higher fat, like a keto diet, or weight training, right? So it's all geared towards your health, towards the fasted state, towards increasing immune function. But you have to ask, like, what are the trade-off costs? If my immune function is so bad and I'm going to only be able to be helped by this medication, like how bad off is my body? And we need to work on retraining these pathways, because these are the pathways of strength in the body and mental strength. These are the pathways that lead to more empathy and compassion. We have to be able to cultivate enough energy to have that, because we're not always, when we're tired, it's easy to snap. When we're tired, when we're hungry, it's easy to snap and go off and kind of lose ourselves in our emotions, right? The portion of the brain that's the emotional centers. It's not easy to sit in that calm position of the brain where you have a understanding for that person cut me off. I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to be like, they're having a real tough day. I'm going to send them some love, you know what I'm saying? It's harder to do that, and it's easier to get angry and to be like on edge, tensed up, right? Nervous system. Ooh, you're nervous. You're nervous because you got a nervous system. Thank goodness for this nervous system. We got to practice these natural cortisol spikes in the morning. We got to practice getting in the sunlight. Free, free. The sunlight is free. Free energy to be collected. Vitamin D is known to be low in every single disease that we have because of its importance for cell structure function. So we need to be getting these cortisol up in the morning. I don't know if you're not doing that already. And then to be getting those aminos and fatty acids that are going to help us break down all of the stuff that we need, all the amino acids, fatty acids, just code. What proteins would I like to make today? Once you ask yourself that question, I asked myself this question years ago, what proteins, what do I need to make? Oh, I need to make more serotonin. I need to make probably some more dopamine. And I definitely need more melatonin. Okay, boom. What do I need more in my diet? Tryptophan, the other regular essential amino acids and fatty acids to support that function. And I need to make sure that I'm moving my body. I'm breaking this stuff down. I'm training my cholesterol. I'm training these pathways. I did say training your cholesterol. Train your cholesterol. Your body needs help interacting with the environment. When we've been desensitized for a long time, when we've been out of our natural element, the pathway of going to those glucagon pathways, those GLP-1 pathways, those pathways need to be retrained. And we don't train and learn in one day. It has to be a constant process. So maybe if you're looking to start a fast, a good idea is to do 1 day a week. Try and do 1 day a week, one meal a day. Most people eat plenty of calories to where if you're just fasting 1 day a week and you're just doing one meal, it's healthy to skip a meal. I'm trying to think of the guy, the doctor, David Sinclair. Check him out, Harvard scientist. I love more of the weight training included within the fasting, but it's so healthy for us to skip a meal to help reset like all of the dopamine, all of the autonomic nervous system, help reset it, give your body a break. We've been pushing ourselves to the brink. We got chronic stress elevated. If you have chronic stress, you have chronic inflammation, just tone it down for a day. Just see what your body does for a day, It's incredible the information that we have behind this. I urge you to Google the things that I'm talking about if you want to learn more, because it's so fascinating. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful for you in some way. Fasting is definitely a mental discipline. It is so important to drink clean water, and I put some mineral salts in there in order to stay hydrated. And for me personally, I cannot fast without eating those aminos and fatty acids. My fast, when I am eating dirty, I would say the tacos that I had tacos and ice cream last night. It didn't bother me that much because I'm been in a good place, Did I feel a little bit hungover and I didn't really like how I felt this morning, as well as when I'm eating clean and ready to go? Absolutely, and I probably won't do that again. Hopefully not. I don't. But whatever. We just keep going. We just keep going forward. You have a day, and then that day ends, and then you have a new day, and that day ends, and blah 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 blah. You just keep showing up. You just keep showing up. So, yeah. I think that's all I got. So anyway, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Share it with somebody you might think may benefit. And as always, good luck.